Fun fact, did you know? So yesterday we spoke about an assessment that is done in personality theory. And just a recap, there are 5 factors: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Today we will be discussing extroversion. Now, on the sliding scale, you are either going to be introverted or you're going to be extroverted. So let's say, for instance, it's like a scale of like 1 to 10. Based upon questions that are asked inside this assessment, there are various ones you can get readily available online. And based on those questions, you are then put onto the spectrum. But okay, fine, but what does it mean? Extroverted doesn't mean loud, and introverted doesn't mean quiet. I have met some people who they never speak. I have never heard them say a single word, but they are constantly around people. They're constantly going out. They're constantly in other people's spaces. They are through and through an extrovert. But then I have met people who are loud, outgoing. They are boisterous in their personality, but they constantly are by themselves. They're constantly living in their own world with their small little group of people, or just by themselves. Introversion and extroversion has got to do with where you get your energy. So if you spend time with people and you become tired and you need like 2 weeks to recover from the social event, that's introversion. But if you are exhausted by being by yourself, you need to be around people, you need to have that energy, you are energized by other people, that's an extrovert. There is a concept called ambivert, even though it's not necessarily accepted in the clinical literature. But I have seen it in many cases where you are not necessarily one or the other. There are people that it just depends. I myself am an ambivert, even though I do lean more towards introversion. So if you were an ambivert, for example, you will then fall on the level 5, between 1 to 10. An introvert will fall somewhere 1 to 3, and an extrovert will fall somewhere between like say 7 and 10. I am oversimplifying this, so come back for more. That was just introversion, extroversion. That's one of the 5 scales, but come back for more and I'll explain the rest, and then I'll explain why is it important to know this type of thing, and also link it to careers.